Come on. Let's do this.
Never do it.
I'm only doing this once, so let's make sure everything's good. Make sure everything's set up right. Make sure. Is that me? Huh. Oh, I didn't know if you were checking. That sounded like you could have been. Should be all set. I think.
Can't go if it's not.
I'm on Twitch. It says I'm live. Make sure I got a stream going. No, I got it. Great. Today is the day, everybody. Today is the day I play Sculptor's Cut. I mean, I hate it. I hate that this game exists. I hate that this game costs so much money. I hate so many things about this game. It is, if we got one post-release update to any game, and it's this game, and it costs, right now, I checked, I went on eBay right before this to see what it's going for right about now, and this game is going for around $300, and God. So here's what Sculptor's Cut is. It's ClayFighter, 63 1/3, with some extra characters and some extra arenas, I think. I'll know right away, I think, if it's an arena I haven't played before. But so we've got Lady Liberty right here. She's new. Zappa boys. Those are new. Lockjaw is new. I know that. Pretty sure Taffy was in the original. Noticeably absent right now. I think some of them are unlockable via codes, but Boogerman and Earthworm Jim are both not here. Boogerman was a code unlock in the first place anyway, so. And I don't remember if Dr. Kiln was available right away in the original either. But I'm gonna take Lockjaw. Lockjaw, the character you may have remembered, was supposed to have been killed during the making of the original ClayFighter, and they had to cut him, and they joked that he died. It's not cool. But here we are, it's Lockjaw. This is not new, this is Kung Pao's regular arena. I assume that new arenas refers to the fact that any new characters will also have to have their corresponding arenas. Thanks. And this is so... Nice. So this is really going to be... It's a game you've already seen me play. It's a game I've already played. It's a game I despise. It's a game that shouldn't exist. But it does, and this is where we're at in our lives, where we play, you know, as collectors. We pay $300 for carbon copies of a game that we already have because they're rare. And when you're going for a complete set, God damn it, this game is so cringeworthy at this point. Jesus. It's a game that, when you're going for a complete set of cartridges, you can, a lot of times, or if you're going for a complete set of anything, you can often look at different versions of the same game as being not necessary to say that you have every game. But Sculptor's Cut is one of those games that is so singularly different from its other counterpart, in the sense that it has a different label, it has a different release, it has a different set of features in it, that nobody considers this game to not be part of the North American set of 296 games. You pretty much can't get away with it, having a complete set and not having this, as you might be able to do with some alternate versions of other games that I can't really think of right now. But there's games on other systems where they have like tournament edition or special edition versions that, you know, theoretically, if you're a collector, you'll go for the best version of them sometimes, depending on how much you actually like the game. I don't care. But this game, this is its own entity. This is it's its own thing. And when people say, this is actually, you know, I'm not bringing this up inorganically. It's actually something that I do get asked sometimes. What are the expensive games for the N64? Especially whether or not people actually know that I have a complete set. Is what are the expensive games? And my first thing that I say is every game that is expensive is strictly collectors only fare. Like, I'm not trying to discourage people from buying these games. I'm not trying to say you can't buy this game because you're not a collector. I'm literally saying you are doing yourself a disservice if you think that you need this game just because it's expensive or something like that. Like, you are really, it's not worth your time if you're not going for something. He's just backing away from me, isn't he? So it's always been these three games for me. It's, you know, a couple games are starting to get closer, but it's still, at this point, is these three games. It's ClayFighter, Sculptor's Cut, which, like I said, is about $300 right now, at the time I'm recording this video. You know, some are going for less, some are going for more. Next is Worms Armageddon, which was my final game that I got, because as much as I looked for it and I didn't want to leave until the end, I did end up not being able to get that one. That was the one I couldn't get my hands on until it was the only game I needed left, and I just bit the bullet and paid for it. It's going for less than I paid for it now, which is the part of the reason that I needed to have it right away when it was the only one left. Because I always have the idea that the games that are the most expensive are going to keep going up, but it actually seems to be cooling off a little bit. So I paid $225 for my Worms Armageddon, which is a game that you can get on PlayStation and Dreamcast and PC for, I don't want to say nothing, because nothing implies that it's like $5, but not anywhere near that amount. So he just gets to keep doing that same move before I'm allowed to get up, right? That's how that move works. This game is fucking terrible. I hate this game. Before I gave it credit, I'm so disillusioned by this game and its price tag and everything about it that I just no interest in doing anything but just being like, fuck this game. And the third one that I always label as the big ones is the one that I can actually see people going for. I paid $115 for mine. I think it should be around 150 tops, maybe a little bit less than that. But Bomberman: The Second Attack. The only reason that I still consider that strictly collector's fare is because it is the third Bomberman game on the N64. Well, third Bomberman in North America on the N64. If you look in Japan, one of the games, they came out with a fourth Bomberman game that was like the old 2D ones. That is actually also very rare because it came out so late. But that game is actually really good in its own right. Second Attack is only as good, like, on the same level as the other 3D ones, which is like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think they're good. If you really want to play another 3D Bomberman, then that's the one I can see people going and buying without being strictly collectors. But it's still it's a third 3D Bomberman game that is considerably more expensive than the other two. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not good enough on its own that even if you like Bomberman and you like those games, that you have to play it. But like nothing in the world will ever touch ClayFighter at this point. It's so insane. And when I went to look at the price on it right now, so I had a reasonable, idea of what it goes for right now. The first like 10 listings that came up as sold were repros. People definitely want this game, and people want the semblance of having a complete set. Which honestly, if you go for a complete set and you can't find a ClayFighter, don't feel bad about yourself. Don't feel bad about yourself if you can't pay $300 for this. I've titled this video $300 Budweiser because there are worse things in the world than this. There are worse games on this system, and you've seen me play them already. But those games don't cost $300. This is like going out to a bar and having a menu of just some fantastic craft beers and just delicious items that you can really enjoy for not anywhere near this price tag, but they charge $300 for Budweiser. And buying it at that price is like the fact that you couldn't be turned away from it because you needed to try everything on the menu, or you were so intrigued by this $300 price tag on a Budweiser that you had to have it. That's the only reasons that you would buy this game, is you either need to try everything on the menu, which is me, that's my explanation, that's why I have this, or you are just so intrigued by that price tag that you have to get it for that reason. And not to mention that there are other things that not only are as good but are the same thing. This is, if you look at this menu at this bar, this hypothetical bar that I'm talking about, Coors Light costs $5. But you can't get a Coors Light. You have to get a Budweiser. And the Budweisers are $300. Fuck you. Fuck you, Houndgan. Interesting side note about some of the extra shit that they put in this game. One of the things that Interplay was working on, Interplay or whatever their developer was that was doing this, they had all these vaguely offensive ideas. They even put in fucking Kung Pao and left him in both versions of the game. But one thing that could not make it past Nintendo's censorship, Nintendo of America's censorship at the very least, was a homeless, alcoholic vigilante named Hobocop. You're not getting past the censors on that one. They wouldn't have it. They wouldn't let them use Hobocop. So they let them use Houndgan, the weird voodoo guy. They let them use Kung Pao, the stereotype Chinese restaurateur. Some other, fucked up shit. Boogerman. Nintendo was, for 2 straight generations, was totally cool with Boogerman and Earthworm Jim, but Hobocop was where they drew the line. Go figure. Even actually, the Zappa Boys are really weird to me. The Zappa Boys seem like they'd be pretty offensive. I mean, if they're gonna let Houndgan go, I guess that the Zappa Boys, who are like basically a totem pole of like little pygmy children, I guess. I don't know. I guess one of those is okay, and one of, I mean, well, these 2 things are 2 sides of the same coin, Houndgan and those guys. As far as like a tastelessness thing is concerned, but now if I hadn't already used him in the regular ClayFighter as the character, I go with Bud Clay, because he's cool and he's not fucking tasteless or any of that. I just thought of I definitely need to check the codes and stuff. What the fuck is this? I definitely need to check the codes list and see what the unlockable characters are, because there are some characters that I remember vaguely from the originals, the Super Nintendo and Genesis originals, like Helga, and I don't remember if she's in this version or any version, because I don't remember seeing her on the unlockable screen there. I was glancing at the codes list earlier too, and I know that for unlockables is Boogerman. I think Earthworm Jim is on there. I know that Sumo Santa is unlockable in this game too with codes, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's Sumo Santa. He's a fucking one-note character like all the rest of them are. I think possibly the only interesting thing about Lady Liberty here, or the most interesting thing about Lady Liberty to me, is that I think she's voiced by Tress MacNeille, which is pretty cool. Tress MacNeille, who's played like a million characters on The Simpsons and Futurama.
And Dot!
Oh, Dot? Animaniacs? Yeah. Tress MacNeille voices everybody. Keeps doing this weird shit with the makes her face puff out. I don't know what that move is. Oh, cool. Yeah, fuck out of my face. So if you listen really, really close to her, you might, yeah, she starts to sound a little bit familiar to you, especially now that I pointed out that, you know, she's in all these things. Is this the end? Is this the end of the ladder? Like, 5 matches, because I'm on, like, not easy, but just regular easy mode. So it's like a 5-character ladder. It's so shit. Like, just give me a little bit of fucking credit for even, like, making it this far in this game. Don't make me, you know, masochistically, like, force my way through 10 character ladders on hard mode just because you think that you want to milk my rental money out of me, my fucking Blockbuster rental money. So this is realistically that's an interesting topic I should get into now that I'm playing one of them. For a library, a games library that has less than 300 games, which is a very, very small library for what you would consider a successful system. I still do consider the N64 a success. But, there are a lot of Blockbuster exclusive titles. And this is the first one, and what happens with this is you expect a Blockbuster exclusive title that is super rare to have come out way later than it did. So it's always like crazy to me to think that it was like less than 2 years into the lifespan that you play Sculptor's Cut. Am I gonna beat him? Yeah, I beat him. Cool. Oh no, apparently he's not the end. Alright. Santa, Sumo Santa. But the thing about the Blockbuster ones is a lot of them came out a little bit later. They at least probably started around 99 for most of them that weren't this one. But there are a lot of them. There are so many Blockbuster ones. And like, if you compare it to the PS1, which had so many games on it, PS1 only had a small, maybe 1 or 2. I know Eggs of Steel was a Blockbuster only game. Oh my god, this guy's so fucking annoying. This is nice. But you have this game. You have one of the very last games they did was Razor Scooter, which is the exact opposite of this game. They printed so many of those. They had this policy that they wanted to, like, you can always find it on the shelves at Blockbuster, because Blockbuster had faced so many complaints that, you know, people could never find the thing that they really wanted because they only had so many copies of them in every store, movies too. So they printed so many Razor Scooters for a system that people weren't really looking to buy that many, rent that many games for anymore. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna totally overproduce this game for Blockbuster. So up until less than a couple years ago, you can still find those games actually sealed for very, very cheap. I think completionists like me are starting to drive the price up a little bit for them, but overall they're not tough to find in the grand scheme of things if you just take a look. The N64 port of Daikatana was a Blockbuster exclusive, and the thing I don't know about Blockbuster exclusives necessarily is whether or not they were timed or strictly Blockbuster for their entire duration. And sometimes I find information on them that's just they may or may not have been Blockbuster exclusives. I I can never tell. I'm never positive about Duck Dodgers. I don't know what was up with that one. I keep hearing different reports that it was or it wasn't exclusive to Blockbuster, but Duck Dodgers is another one that's gone up a lot in price recently, so take that for what you will as far as what that means is whether or not it was a Blockbuster one. NFL Blitz Special Edition, which is a completely unnecessary version of NFL Blitz 2001. I still, because I won't play it for a while, and I haven't played it really before, don't know what is different about it, besides maybe a slight roster update. I don't actually know. I really have no idea. This is kind of one of those things that, like, yeah, Blitz Special Edition, what's special about it? I don't know. It was Blockbuster only. Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals was a Blockbuster exclusive. I know that. On N64 it was. Like, I think I mentioned it already, but the N64 port of Daikatana. I think Stunt Racer. See, Stunt Racer 64 was an exclusive. Which is actually a good game I'm looking forward to, as opposed to, you know, most of these games which are shit or cash grabs or both. Now that I brought her up, I'm starting to forget a couple of them. I know there's more. Yeah, goddamn. Some bullshit when you get to dealing with those weird ones out of the N64 library. But it all starts with this. It's a crock of shit, basically, is what it is. Triple Brown Betty combo, holy shit. Dude, what happened? So I lost, I guess? Alright, fine. Cool.
You lose.
Yes. Just gonna keep going with it. Be Lady Liberty. See if I can get to the end. See if I can figure out what the end of one of these ladders is.
Coming through. Fight. Lousy combo. Nice combo. Combo.
These moves do get to be a little tiring after the first couple times you do them. Like, oh, Lady Liberty, she has a real welder's torch. I get it. It would be more fun if it wasn't based on jokes and puns. Like, I usually love that in a game. I usually think that's great. In ClayFighter, it's just exhausting. Mostly because a lot of times they're offensive. Or just make me feel uncomfortable in general. Like, you know, Houndgan makes me feel uncomfortable, and so does Kung Pao. It's like, oh my god, this is so weird. Like, the Zappa boys right here, I don't know if I'm supposed to feel weird about this. I'll feel whatever. Hey, Boogerman! At Booger Henge. Cool.
Help me! To the rescue! Fight!
Another, another relic of the mid-90s sort of sense of humor that this game exhibits. Basically, the epitome of the mid-90s sense of humor that this game is based on. That is the reason it hasn't aged so well. Because if you play Boogerman on, like, fucking Genesis, like, it's a decently made game, but that's not why it's sold. That's not why it's sold at all. It's sold to fucking kids with gross senses of humor that, you know, when you play it as an adult, it's a lot more misses than hits. Like, oh man, when I was a kid I thought this was hilarious because he fucking farts all the time. Like, that's fine, but, yeah. Did they both just say, do they both have the same lines? They say, taste it. Lady Liberty says, taste my ass. Boogerman says, taste my boogers. This is they're both fucking terrible. Oh, that's great. Honestly, my favorite move, if you haven't noticed, is shooting the spikes off of Lady Liberty's crown. At least that in itself is a good move. Like, it's clever. It's clever, and it seems like it would be a good move. Not the one where she hikes up her dress and kicks somebody in the face. I mean, that's a decent move too, but... Oh my god, stop running away! I'm so fucking sick of these guys running away! That's the one thing that I'm like, oh my god, this is so annoying in this game. Hey, that's better. What's you fucking squatting on him? What is that? Cool. Oh, you know what other character is in this? It's Dr. Kiln's hand. His like severed hand is like its own character. I think that might be the boss. We'll find out. Is this like towards the end, I guess? Because there's dialogue before the battle? Like do we have some semblance of like storyline? Like before we get to the end, like it's a fighting game, of course everybody gets an ending, but there were some like attract mode style like character profiles. I wish I could just go look at them instead of have to like sit around on the menu screen. Like, it would be one thing if they made this and it was an arcade port and it has an attract mode. But for God's sake, you made a console fighting game. Like, why can't I just have this information available to me? Oh, it's supposed to be a manual. Well, this was a fucking Blockbuster game. There is no manuals. Try to find me a ClayFighter manual. Right now, go on eBay and find me. How much does it cost? Yeah. Goddamn right. They're supposed to give you that shit in the game, especially if there's not supposed to be a manual. Your ass! Cool, yeah, that did a whole lot. Why does that, like, grab to not do anything to him? Even in the gap a little bit, and then, of course, right as I started to say that, he fucking laid into me. God damn it. Oh. He has to give me the... Yeah. Oh my god, just hit me! Yeah.
Time to liberate ya!
Hurry up.
Fight! Get out! Quit it! Back up!
They run away so much. I wouldn't even mind if I was getting blocked. It's just the feeling that they're just running from me the whole time. Like, goddamn, fight me. I shouldn't be chasing after you the whole time. Oh my god.
Torch strike!
Quit it!
Torch strike!
Get out! Quit! Back up!
Take that!
Back up! Quit it! No pain! No pain! Jackrabbit!
What do you...
Bring it
Like,
on,
you see
buddy
what I
bear.
mean? They're just running away the whole time.
Give it time!
Spends literally the entirety of the fight running away until we have to go through this... the fucking door change of menu thing. And he's right on top of me and he gets to do whatever fucking combo he feels like.
You suck!
Oh my god.
Jackrabbit! Jackrabbit! Hey!
Little girly combo!
Fast switch! Come on!
Fuck you.
No pain! Come on!
Ow! Combo!
Back up! No pain! Back up! Giblet time! Get out!
Stop running away from me!
Get out!
The entire fight is just him running away from me.
Bring it on! Awesome! Alright! Get out! rip. Hydraulic kick.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Hydraulic kick.
Give me liberty or give me death.
Bandwidth. You suck. Taste it.
Will you hit me for God's sake?
Alright, you lose.
That's two fights in a row that you've beat me and not hit me for the fatality or whatever
Time
the
to
fuck.
liberate ya.
That's great.
Fight it. You suck.
Take it. Take it.
No pain.
It's like their definition of attitude is a character that just tells me that I suck. Great. I know I suck. That's why you're running away from me the whole time. And that's why I'm losing.
Spare switch. Hydraulic kick. Back up.
It's a difference. It's like there's a difference between dodging and running away the entire fight, like out of range.
No pain.
Like it would be one thing if I was getting blocked half the time and dodged the other half, but you are literally just every move that I do, he just jumps and jumps backwards. Thank you.
Triple time. Spare switch. Back. No pain. Back up. Triple time.
Nope. I haven't.
Not even close. Hydraulic. Jackrabbit.
It's fine. I guess I still got a chance here, unless I completely miss with these big moves.
Combo.
Spare switch.
Torch strike.
Triple time.
Nope.
Triple time.
Are you serious?
Triple time.
Cool. That's really good. Just spam that move on me. Thanks.
Back up. Get out.
Lousy combo. Torch strike. Combo. Take that.
You get out.
Torch strike.
Nope, not even close. Triple time.
Cool.
Back up.
Just, that's fine. Just spam that move at me when you've got whenever you got one ready. That's my favorite.
Come on, come on.
Just running away from me the entire fight. It's just running.
Quit it. Back up.
It's called run.
No pain.
Lane combo.
Quit it.
Fine. I'll spam my fucking spikes at you.
Get out. Hydraulic kick.
Oh my god. Did he really? He really just got me on that.
Yeah. All right. You lose.
Time to liberate ya.
Fight. Come on, come on. Quit it. Not even close.
Knock it to
No
him.
pain.
Torch strike.
Yeah. Back up.
Their voices are just getting so. Oh, you know what? I didn't even mention it because I watched the intro and wanted to,
Hydraulic kick.
you know,
Hydraulic kick.
pull my eyes out of my sockets at it.
Quit. Back up.
But
No pain.
there's like an intro song to this, and
Jackrabbit. No pain.
it's like it has lyrics and everything. But I could not help but notice how bad the audio quality was, and I don't know if I brought it up when I did the first game and whether or not that song was in it. But wow, like I was taken aback by how bad the quality of the audio was in this N64 game with like actual, you know, some semblance of real music in it. It was bad. Like it was clipping and fucking grainy and everything.
Combo.
And the song itself was awful. It sounded like Danny Elfman, but like bad. So I had to like double check and be like, they didn't get Danny Elfman to do this garbage, did they? And thankfully they didn't. They just copied him blatantly.
Oh, I love it.
Take it.
Hydraulic kick.
Thank you. I have to, you know, pick up the rest of them, but
Awesome. Jackrabbit. No.
Lousy combo. Lane combo.
No pain. Quit it. Hydraulic kick.
say nothing.
You blood. No pain.
Torch strike.
Oh.
Bombs away.
Hey. Oh, that's actually pretty fucking tasteless. She says bombs away. That's weird. Nope. No. No. Oh, god damn it. It's not made in Japan. It's American. It's Interplay. It might be British.
Sorry, you lose.
That would make sense.
Time to
This-
liberate ya!
This is exhausting.
Fight! Ye blind. Back up. Ye not even close. Holy combo. Come on.
God,
Ye
fucking
blow.
Torch strike!
Give it time. Spare switch. Jackrabbit. You suck. Jackrabbit.
God, listening to them talk is so frustrating and annoying.
Take this!
Get
Torch
out.
strike!
Back up. No time. Nice. Come on. Give it time.
God.
Give it time.
Torches of fury!
Get out.
Nope. Totally missed.
Take that! Take that!
Not even close. Come on.
Take this!
Back.
Taste it!
Ye blow.
Taste it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Give it
That
time.
fucking spikes, bitch.
Take this!
Hydraulic.
Damn it.
Torch strike!
Torch, nope.
Torch strike!
Oh my god.
Back up.
Take this!
Taste it.
Take that! Torch
Kick
strike!
him in the face. Way to be.
Hydraulic.
Way to be, Trust McNeil, Statue of Liberty.
Suck.
Take this!
Yeah. Buddy mash. Hydraulic kick. Hydraulic push.
Oh god.
Take that!
No pain. Spare switch. Give it time.
Nope. Apparently that was worthless. That helped.
Take this! Take this!
Give it time.
Nope. He's gonna hit me first, huh?
No pain.
Take that! Taste it!
Yeah. Buddy mash.
Nope. That was, oh wow, that 3-hit combo was apparently able to take out my, like, last quarter of a health bar. Crazy, because no moves have been that powerful up to this point. That's just it's crazy. It's crazy. Just hammering away at this one opponent, and apparently this is my ceiling.
Fight.
Take that!
Back up.
And this is, I mean, this is all anybody's getting out of me for fucking Skullfish Cut, so savor it. Savor the fact that I'm doing this fight 10 times.
Taste it. Get out. You suck.
When as soon as I'm done with this, I'm just gonna go back and stashing this, you know, within my stacks of
Get on.
printed hard cases. Because I don't want to damage it, I just don't want to show it off either.
Give it time.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Oh, I love it. Give it time. No pain.
Yeah.
Take the torches of fury!
Taste
Nope.
it.
Useless. Oh, I got him that time?
Quit it. Come on.
Torch strike!
Yeah, just spam the fucking spikes at him. Apparently, that's... I mean, he's gonna spam his projectile attack at me, so...
Hydraulic kick.
I don't even need to save up the special for that, so...
Jackrabbit. Ease. Lousy combo. Give it time. That was brilliant.
Torch strike!
Take it. Bring it. Give it time.
Yep.
All right.
How does that one where she goes up and comes down on him never hit?
Hydraulic kick.
Like, there's no way that he's, like, not right in position for that.
Hydraulic kick.
It seems like there's no real reason for him to not get hit.
Lousy combo. Taste it.
Taste it!
No
Oh
pain.
my god.
Not even close. Combo. Come on. Not even me. Get out. Come on.
Torch strike!
Come on.
It's like, do I have a chance? Probably not, but...
Jackrabbit.
Nope, that's it. That's it.
Taste it.
Hey, he actually hit me when I was down instead of just, like, jumping around like an idiot.
I'm
Oh,
going
God. I keep doing that because I think it's gonna skip the the flyover thing, and it never does.
Not even close.
Fucking hit him. Yeah, there we go. Have I ever brought up how much I hate the combo thing? Like, every combo sucks. Just take that from Killer Instinct and make fun of everybody for not being able to have 100-hit combos. It's so fucking stupid. Eat a dick. Eat a dick. Nope. He's oh, there we go. I got it. Alright. I'm the first one to take out his health bar. A health bar, the first health bar. There we go. Get him. That's it. Nope. Apparently that's really counterable. Doesn't really make sense to me. Get it. Nope. I don't want to call it too early, but I mean, this is the best chance I've had until right about now when he fucking spams he spams it at me like he always does. And there's 3, and the playing field is level again. Worse than level. He's ahead of me again. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You've got to be kidding me right now. Thank you for spamming your bullshit specials. Alright, that's it. That's it. That was some bullshit. Fine, nobody gets to see Dr. Killen's fucking severed hand, boss, whatever the fuck it is. Nobody gets to see me play this miserable $300 piece of shit anymore. Let's listen to the song. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why those... It's so tinny, isn't it? Top 10 animation. Yeah. This landscape here looks fucking terrible. There's no background. Cool. What are the other characters? And just to see if we can put in the codes. Character select menu, Boogerman, Earthworm Jim, high five, there it is. So the extra characters, there's only 4, Boogerman, Earthworm Jim, high five, and Sumo Sam. And so, yeah, Frosty Bob. Yeah, Helga's not in this, I don't know, that's weird. No? Nothing? Up, down, left, right, B, A. Down, left, right, B, A. Apparently that's... Up, down, left, right, B, A. Nothing, huh? Fuck. I'll reset the whole game and see if I can do this. At the character select screen? Up, down, left, right, B, A. There we go. It's a fucking hand. Apparently, I guess it has to be on the question mark box. Stupid shit. Alright. Let's play one match with the fucking hand, because he's the only one that we haven't seen before. He's a hand! It's... What's it called? Cousin It? In the Addams Family? Is that...
It was an install. Yeah.
Oh, what's the hand? It's the thing from the Addams Family. It's a severed hand.
It's Thing. It is the Thing.
Thing. Oh, Thing. Okay. Thing. It. Nondescript titles. Oh, and just for the record, this is since I've reset the game, this is going to be normal mode difficulty. Hey, that was actually, was that me? No, that was him. That was not me with that jungle combo. I will give credit. I do like the actual severed part of it. It's a little bit gross. It's the best semblance of like goddamn, like clever design, I guess, if I'm giving them a lot of credit for it. The ultra realistic aspect of it. Yeah, punch him. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Missed that time. Everybody's got that like try 3 combo thing that they do. It doesn't usually is probably the most dodgeable one, except when it's like T-Hoppy doing it to me when I'm Lady Liberty, because you know, apparently you can hit fucking everything on me. Oh, that's it. And that's it. All right, I'm dead. I lost. He's just gonna stand there while I wait for him to hit me. Cool.
Sorry, you lose.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry too, honestly. Boo. That's good. That's a good taunt. Boo. Alright. That's this game. Don't buy this game. It costs way too much money. Buy the regular one if you have to. Don't bother with this. My next game is another soccer game. I'm so exhausted from soccer games at this point. It's just a copy of FIFA 98, which was decent. But World Cup 98, because you know the soccer games every year. There's a World Cup, they have to release a special version of the soccer game. So that'll be next, and then finally, one of my landmarks after that was Banjo-Kazooie. Will be immediately after that. So just got a little bit more work to do. Play World Cup 98 as a non-soccer fan. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time for some more soccer, because there's so much soccer.